Hello everyone, so good to see you. This is something I've been wanting to try for a very long time, ever since I heard there was a GameCube NSO controller, and that's play Smash Brothers. If you know me, I love me some Smash Brothers, and I can do so with this controller now, instead of using the GameCube adapter. Something else I can do is press the home button on this controller and turn on the Switch too. That is so nice. I haven't had this feeling in a very long time. I always have to turn it on manually or get another controller to turn this on with. But as we know, when we're playing Smash Brothers, we want to be wired in. So something I wanted to try as well was not only to play online and play with this controller, we can do it wired in, I believe. So this little adapter here, it's USB-C, and the other end is an Ethernet port. And as you might know, with the previous iteration, it wasn't very convenient to do tabletop and have this connected into the Switch 1 because the connector was on the bottom. But now we have a connector on the top. So let me go ahead and just slot this one right in to the top USB ports. And then let me grab my Ethernet and connect it with the other end. And if my theory is correct, you can probably see right there, we have no connection right now, but we can probably not only, there we go, Ethernet connection while being undocked without any other unnecessary third-party items except for the connector cable itself. But now we can play online on the handheld tabletop mode and also with a wireless GameCube controller. So I'm just going to start this up real quick. And if you remember Smash Brothers, I'm pretty sure it took a while to load in. But with the Switch 2, we might not be waiting that long before we see good old Kirby looking at this. Yeah. Might be able to hear that too. So, I'm curious. So if I go to... No, if I go to my name... Like, is it going to register as a Pro controller? I imagine, because, well, it's an NSO controller, so I'm not sure. Oh. So it looks like it counts as a GameCube controller and a Pro controller as well. I mean, was that the way beforehand? I've never really looked at this. I usually keep my default settings. But that's interesting, because now I can set this as it is a GameCube controller. As usual, I'll just leave it the default right now. Or as a Pro controller. Or the Joy-Con, I guess. That's interesting. Well, anyways, we're going to just jump into... Let me just do a single player, actually. Just get a feel for it. And then I'll do something online. Let's just give Sora some love. And see how fast this even loads in. You can see... Whoa, that was quick. I didn't even see what characters were in this. Did you see how fast that loaded in? Forgot this is like a health related challenge. And then that slowdown at the end. Oh, Sakurai, and your attention to detail. Alright, let's see how fast... If I can even contemplate who my opponents are before it loads in. Alright, let's see. Versus Mr. Okay. That's crazy. Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed. Now, obviously, it's not going to feel much different because it's a GameCube controller, but I mean, it's going to work very seamlessly in this way. I'm trying to not die. It's not looking too good, y'all. Oh no! It's immediately destroyed. All right, get over here. We must eliminate the Heartless together. There's Brandon playing Tears of the Kingdom in the corner. I have to... So let's actually do the real thing we're here to do and try an online match. Tabletop, Ethernet, and all that. So... Wait, it's gonna... I saw Cloud for like a split second. That's incredible. Wait a minute. I'm actually curious. Hold on. If I load in... All the costumes are immediate. Oh my goodness. I believe the way this works is that they'll load in the characters like one by one in numerical order until they get to the bottom. So I think the ones on the top load up faster. The ones on the bottom were a lot slower. Wait, one more time. Let me just go to Hero. And then they're all just there. I don't have to wait anymore to see everyone's face, to see what costume I'm choosing. I know this game still looks, I would say the game looks pretty alright. But if there's a Switch 2 edition with other improvements, I would not be opposed to that. Speaking of Hero, let's try, see what happens. And even that loads in real quick. There might not be anyone playing at this hour. It is very late. So I'm currently in a tournament. We are wired in on the Switch 2 with a NSO controller on tabletop. What a weird feeling. We got Megalovania playing in the background. Let's see how well this works. I mean, I don't imagine the servers are going to be any better than they already were, but at the very least, it's the fact that we can make this happen that feels really special. No Switch 2 edition in sight as of yet, but that could change. Get this key rule out of here. A little closer and just explode. We get the controller in the shot still. Get that focus in. Oh. Oh god, please. That whack would have worked. Would have been hilarious. But yeah, I mean, as expected, it is a GameCube controller, so everything works just as you might expect a GameCube controller to work. Oh boy, out of MP. You're such a tanky boy. Can you leave? I mean, of course, in a game like this, your internet is also reliant on the other person as well. But just the fact that you can be wired in, and you can just be wired in and use your Joy-Con as well, just as the Switch is, without having to add this controller onto it. That's really cool. I know there are some people who have some difficulties with their internet connection when it has to be wireless, when they have to undock it and play not hooked up to their Ethernet cable. It's just so impractical to do tabletop with the wire in because it's on the bottom. But now there's one on top and bottom, so hopefully that makes things easier for a lot of people. Whoa, oh boy. My last match was pretty smooth. This one, not so much. This is how you know you're playing against a real person. Not Metal Slash, that's not gonna do anything. Even the last hit was very slow. I'm not gonna subject you to watch that entire laggy match. The network is still spotty, but overall, it does work. It just depends on the other person as well, as you saw from the previous match. But yeah, overall, I'm just really happy to have this controller. I'm going to be using this controller so much, not just for this, of course, for Smash Brothers, but for NSO and GameCube. And I'm going to have some more of those videos up, hopefully sometime soon, comparing different games, just going through what's in the catalog right now. 3 of my very beloved games of mine are on there right now, so can't wait to show those for you as well. But yeah, did you happen to get an NSO controller for GameCube? Are you going to be using it for things like this? Let me know in the comments, and stay tuned for so much more from GVG. We all have our Switch 2s, and we are going to make good use upon them. So can't wait to see more. All right, everybody, take care. Till we meet again.